I never meant to hide in his closet. I was just dropping off a hoodie he left at my place. Thought I'd surprise him, maybe even catch him singing in the shower like he used to around me. But when I heard voices drifting down the hall, I ducked into the closet like a coward, heartbeat in my throat. That's when I heard him, my boyfriend, saying words that made my skin prickle. "I vow to love you, Lily, for all my days." My name isn't Lily. I pressed my hand over my mouth and tried not to make a sound, my world tilting on its axis as he poured his heart out to someone who wasn't me. He didn't notice me at all, just kept going, talking about how he'd always choose her, how she was the one person who truly saw him. I could hear the strain in his voice, the kind he only got when he was being completely honest. My heart pounded so loud I was sure he'd hear, but he was lost in the fantasy, whispering promises to a woman I'd never even heard of. The closet felt smaller by the second, air thick with the scent of his cologne and betrayal. I wanted to burst out and scream, but I stayed frozen, listening to every sickeningly sweet vow. When he left the room, I finally crept out, hands shaking. There was a photo on his nightstand, face down, and I flipped it over, half expecting to see this Lily. But it was a picture of the two of us from last summer, smiling at the beach. For a second I wondered if I'd misheard, if maybe Lily was a code or a joke I'd forgotten. But the way he said her name, tender and aching, told me everything I needed to know. I waited for him to come back, rehearsing what I'd say, whether I'd beg for the truth or just walk out and never look back. He returned, startled to see me, and for a moment I saw guilt flicker across his face. I asked him straight out, "Who's Lily?" He stared at me like he'd seen a ghost, then broke down and confessed everything. How he'd always loved her, how I was supposed to be a distraction that became something real, how he'd never really let her go. The twist? Lily died 3 years ago. He'd been rehearsing vows he never got to say at her funeral, and I was just the stand-in for a ghost he couldn't let rest. And in that moment, I realized I'd always been competing with someone I could never outlove, someone who only lived in memory, but still haunted every promise he made.